wanted to give you an update on the HOA issue. So they're almost 2 hours. The property management company was there, and the attorney who apparently sent that letter right before Christmas demanding the leases and to fill out the application and to get a rental permit in the neighborhood, he referred to a 2008 covenant that was passed in the neighborhood but never enforced. They brought up at the meeting tonight that another attorney we used to have at the community basically said that that covenant or the amendment was never actually enforceable because of the fact that it was coercion. Apparently, in order to get your pool key, you had to vote. So, I don't know, but at the end of the day, they have not been enforcing this, and I've been renting my property for 12, 13 years, and to send me a letter and also to have a $200 HOA admin fee for any landlords is a little ridiculous. Apparently, the HOA board had no idea that they were going to charge us $200 because we were landlords, so that was new to them tonight, which was kind of surprising because maybe the attorney should have been at this meeting since they threatened us with this rude letter right before Christmas and want to try to enforce a law that, or a covenant that has not been enforced and was written in the covenants in 2008. There were approximately, I'd say 35, 40 people there. There's 367 homes in the neighborhood. So they didn't have a quorum to even vote tonight. And what was funny is that if it weren't for the landlords that actually care and showed up tonight, they would have had like maybe 10, 12 people there. So they wanted to bad talk, and some of the homeowners wanted to say that, you know, they're all for this, but to blindside people like us. And at the end of the day, it all came down to, it was an argument. It was a complaint that came in about an Airbnb. So the attorney decided to put the hammer down and say, we're going to start enforcing this 10% cap, even though it looks like about 24 to 30% are currently rented out. So one guy brought his attorney. Another lady said she's got attorneys, and I told them that what's going to happen is they're going to end up getting into lawsuits, and these lawsuits are going to cost the HOA, which costs me money. So why don't we fix this instead of threatening the people who care about this community and work on the select few that we have a problem with? So then they ended up asking if I would help serve on the board. And honestly, I'm over an hour away. But at this point, something's got to give. And if, I don't like to get involved in this HOA because after I moved in, I found out that the president of the HOA had stolen approximately $1 million, and we were trying to fight it to get it back. We ended up getting restitution. She had to sell some stuff, but I kind of got disgusted after that, and I didn't really want to be involved in anything anymore. But at this point, I'm torn. I told them to email me, but I just don't like the way this attorney did this, and I don't think it's legal, and it's going to end up costing them if they force me to sell my home, which they said they wouldn't. But my question was, okay, you want to say you enforce this, but what happens when your attorney knows that my lease is up and I don't have a renter in there in 60 or 90 days? Are y'all going to cause me to be non-grandfathered in being forced to sell. Because believe you me, if I have to sell the home and take a loss, and pay taxes on it, you bet I'm not going to be a happy